Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a video that I'm really excited to bring to you because we often wonder if we're doing the right thing with our style, don't we? And I want to share with you some of the common fashion mistakes that we might all be making and some solutions to them. So before I start, I'd just like to say, of course, that fashion is a personal choice, and these are just my own opinion. Of course, you may disagree with some or all of what I say, and it's absolutely your right to do so. And of course, if you have other common fashion mistakes that you've noticed, perhaps, do pop them in the comments below. What works for one person doesn't necessarily work for another, but these are just things that I've noticed amongst others, and also including myself, which you will see. So I've got 7 key fashion mistakes that we may all be making. These may be things that you've already noticed and perhaps you've learnt from. You might have thought, wait a minute, there's something wrong with this outfit. So let's start with my number 1 fashion mistake, which is a little bit different really. It's not something that we would consider a classic fashion mistake as such, but it does make a real difference to how we look and feel. Number 1, not being comfortable. Try to make sure that the clothes that you wear feel comfortable, that you feel right in them, so that they're not bothering you all day. Uncomfortable shoes and clothes can really ruin your day. I've seen ladies that look like they're in real pain with their shoes, and it's sort of etched on their faces, and it's not really a good look. It makes a huge difference to the overall impression, not only of how you look to the outside world, but how you feel in yourself too. You're much more likely to be comfortable in natural fabrics as well, such as cotton, viscose, linen and wool. I want to show you for my look 1 a really comfortable look. Look 1 here. Now I chose this because I love the look and the feel of a cozy jumper. But you know what? I love wool. But if I have wool right up to my neck, it really itches and scratches and it just makes me irritated all day. So I can't actually wear wool up around my neck anyway. So I've chosen this as an example of how to be more comfortable, but still looking kind of cozy at the same time. And this is 100% cotton and it has this gorgeous cable knit design, and I don't itch and scratch all day long in it. So I've created a really comfortable outfit here with these light wash, easy to wear mom jeans. These are from River Island. They're really cozy, they're really comfortable, and they're not restricting in any way. They're not that tight. And sneakers, of course. It's a real run-around outfit that you don't really have to think about. So the importance of comfort brings me to my second point, which is often a fashion mistake, and that is the wrong fit. So try not to wear things that are too tight. Now, I know I'm always banging on about not wearing baggy clothes, unstructured clothes, and that is true, but it's equally true that it's not a good idea on a fashion mistake level to wear things that are too tight. Nothing worse than wearing something that's too tight. It makes you feel really self-conscious, doesn't it? And uncomfortable, and it doesn't look good either. Often for a more relaxed fit, you could consider going up one size, especially for jumpers and tops. Let me show you my mistake, my fashion mistake with fit in look 2. Now you can see I'm wearing here these beautiful River Island petite, that's the key problem, beige split hem trousers. No, they are really lovely. They're a beautiful trouser. I loved them when I saw them online. I loved them when they arrived. You know, they've got that lovely, you can see here, they've got that lovely line down the middle, very tailored looking, easy to wear, beautiful colour. And I love River Island as well for its ability to choose length as well. You can get petite, standard and long. A lot of ladies have asked me about that, so River Island's a good one to go to for that. And the length of these are great, but they're just too tight, as you can see. Now my husband says I look like I've got padding on, and he's normally very kind, so he's being very honest. It's partly the colour, of course, but basically they're just a size too small. I bought a size 8, and that was definitely wishful thinking. So I would definitely recommend these trousers as they are perfect, especially for us shorter ladies, with the fitted top part of the trouser. You know, sometimes when you're short, you worry about wearing wide leg leg trousers, well, these are fitted, but do size up one size. I'm going to be changing these for the larger size. Now, if you wear things that are too tight, they basically make you look bigger. Hence my husband's comment about making me look like I'm wearing padding. So instead, I'm going to show you what the difference is and what the difference it makes to wear the correct size in my look 3. So as you can see here in look 3, I'm wearing the same look, basically, with the same white shirt, same shoes, but with these Bowden Ecru jeans, girlfriend jeans. They're much more of a relaxed fit. They're still good for short ladies, but they're just basically not too tight. They actually fit me. So they're much more flattering, but they still fit well. As you can see as well, the whole look is much more relaxed anyway because of this beautiful white shirt, which is a bit oversized as well, so you can wear it in different ways. It's cotton, so it's very comfortable. So again, it harks back to my point 1. So the outfit is just much more flattering and modern and on trend as well. Let's move on to my 3rd fashion mistake, which is wearing the wrong colour. Colour is a big one. And it's obviously different for everybody and completely subjective. But a big fashion mistake that a lot of people make, even probably without realizing it, is to wear the wrong colors for you. Those that drain your face and don't lift it. There are loads of ways that you can find out the kinds of colors pretty easily that suit you. You can do it at home as well. You can just hold up pieces of fabric or scarves to your face. So if your face lights up and it looks radiant, then that color suits you. If, on the other hand, it drains your face, makes you look tired, a bit dull around the eyes, it's probably safe to say that's not your best colour. Now, having said that about colour, don't be afraid of neutrals either, as I'm going to show you in my next look. Look number 4, such as black. Actually, just before I show you look 4, I did do a video all about how to wear classic neutrals at this time of the year, which I will put a video link up here and also in the video description down there as well for you. Oh, look 4. Here we go. So you can see I'm wearing black. Now, I do love black. Lots of ladies love black for their slimming effect as well. You mustn't be afraid of black. I know it tends, if you have it up near the face, there is sometimes a danger with some ladies' skin tones and hair colours. It can drain the face. But if you wear it strategically, it can remain really slimming and it's not draining your face. The key is obviously to wear a lighter colour near the face, even if you're wearing black on the main part of your body. So here you can see I've got these wide black wide leg trousers from H&M. Absolutely adore them. A classic for the winter. Really love them. And I've teamed them with, this is an old black Zara blouse actually, but any black blouse or any black top would be absolutely lovely with this. And it creates a column of solid colour. Now what I've done to lift the face is I've added this Oasis blazer, this tweed blazer, to lift the whole outfit. Not only that, it makes it much more slimming, much more elongating, because you have a column of the black down the center of the body. So it does a twofold thing. It reduces the look of your width and it lifts your face. So you can wear black and look slimmer and it doesn't drain your face. Now another little trap that we often find ourselves falling into is to wear 2 colors, one color on the bottom of us, maybe as a skirt or a pair of jeans or trousers, and a different colour on the top. Often this is just for ease really, it's something that we grab, perhaps a pair of jeans and a different coloured jumper. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's so much more elegant to wear a tonal look all the way up and down your body. It doesn't have to be all the same colour, it can just be tones of the same shade. So for example, a pair of camel trousers, perhaps a lighter beige top, something like that, but the whole effect is really elegant and it makes you look really put together. I'll show you this in an outfit that's actually very casual, because often we think of neutrals as being elegant and a little bit dressier, but this is a casual look using the same process, the same strategy. Look 5. Now I have here these beautiful Bowden Ecru jeans, these ones that I was wearing in the other outfit. They're the girlfriend jeans, very comfortable, beautiful, classic, and the cream cable knit jumper from Amazon. Again, it's the 100% cotton, so it's all natural fabrics that I'm wearing here. But it's all the same colour tone, so it actually looks much more put together than it was. I mean, you can just throw it together really easily, and a pair of sneakers. It's a really casual outfit. So now I'd like to talk about length. Length is really important, and I'm talking about the length of trousers firstly here. So I'm going to show you two different outfits to show you how the length of jeans can make a huge difference to the overall look of an outfit. Look 6. Now, with this look, these are old Sosandar dark skinny jeans, not that dark, fairly dark skinny jeans. And it's a basic outfit of the jeans with this beautiful classic white t-shirt from Boden. Love it. It's really nice quality, and just a pair of sneakers. As you can see, my Sosandar skinny jeans are too long and they puddle around the bottom of my leg. I don't like having creases around the knee, so you pull it down and actually they're just basically too long. And they make the ankle look thicker because that's where all the fabric is. Not only are they too long, but I'm wearing them with sneakers, which makes them look even more wrong, as they sort of cut off the leg. So what do you do? Well, the rule of thumb is if you wear flat shoes to look correctly proportioned and chic, you should show your ankles. So in other words, if you're wearing sneakers or flat shoes, your trousers need to be shorter. That is actually probably one of my top style tips today. Really, it's something that if you remember that, you won't go far wrong when you're wearing jeans and trousers. So let's see the difference that it makes in my next look here. Now here I'm wearing the same outfit, but the jeans are shorter, revealing the ankle more, so it just looks more stylish. These are River Island jeans and the same top and sneakers, but it just looks so much better, doesn't it? Basically, the trousers and jeans should be one of two lengths. Any trousers and jeans that you wear, either they should be floor skimming with heels, or if you want to wear flat shoes, shorter to show some ankle. Getting the correct length of your trousers and jeans is one of the easiest and simplest ways to elevate your look. It's also true of skirts and dresses, which is my 5th fashion mistake, the wrong length of skirts and dresses. The length of skirts and dresses and where they fall, specifically where they fall on the leg, can mean the difference between looking amazing and looking frumpy. I mean, let's be honest here. What you should try not to do is to have a skirt that stops at the fattest place of your calf, because it makes you look wider, it makes your legs look fatter, and it really just highlights that. So you basically have two options that are much more stylish. Either you go for slightly shorter skirts or dresses that stop around the knee, because obviously the body goes in at the knee, so it's stopping at a much thinner point and it makes you look much better. Or the other option is to have a much longer skirt or a dress where the leg actually starts to thin in just above the ankle, because again, that's more flattering. And even worse, try not to wear flat shoes with skirts that stop at the widest part of the calf. That is the sure road to Frumpsville, ladies. Okay, fashion mistake number 6, no definition at the waist. Now, I know your waist may not be your finest feature, but I'm not saying you've got to suddenly tuck your shirts in frantically. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is try to get some sort of definition or shape or structure to your outfit and avoid baggy, totally unstructured clothes. There, I told you I was always banging on about it. So if you like to wear cozy, snuggly knits for winter, and you know, a lot of us do, just add a little bit of shape with perhaps a belt or just with a cardigan or a jacket to add more of a silhouette, add more of a structure to the whole look. This will just give a suggestion of structure at the waist. So, to my final fashion mistake, which is a really key one actually, number 7, forgetting that details matter. Really, the best way to ensure that we aren't making fashion mistakes is to have basic pieces as the mainstay of our wardrobe and then elevate them with small detail. These can be just really easy and simple things, but they can completely transform a look from potentially a bit of a boring outfit to something that looks really very stylish. So I just want to show you or share with you a few of my own favourites, just to give you a few ideas really. Firstly, I would say layered necklaces. They are so easy. Now I know that if you get necklaces that divide up, say 3 single ones, they are very flexible, they're very versatile. You can wear 1, 2 or 3 strands, but actually if you want something really quick, what I find myself doing in the morning is just grabbing a layered necklace like this one. This is a Karen Millen one. It's all one basically. I don't even have to think about it. I just grab it and shove it on, and it looks like I've made an effort when actually I haven't really. So definitely layered necklaces. Now I have a few favorite things like favorite leather belts. Now this one I wear all the time. It's not new, it's from June, but it's a lovely quality of leather, and it's got a little bit of metallic hardware which goes with the other bits of hardware that I might be wearing in the outfit. So again, it elevates something that's actually a bit dull. Thinking about hardware and metals, something shiny always elevates an outfit. This watch, for example, is something from Nordgreen, which I absolutely adore. I wear it all the time, and that really does elevate the whole wrist. And you know, you're always moving your hands around, so it really elevates it. Now the other thing, which if you've seen some of my, particularly in the summer videos, you will know that I am a real fan of sunglasses. Now I know that in the winter, particularly in England, the weather isn't necessarily conducive to wearing sunglasses. So ones like these, which are some of my favourites from Key, the Australian sunglass company, not too expensive, they're about £40 I think. Some of my favourites, absolute classics. But if you want to wear sunglasses more in the winter when there's less light in the sky, an option could be something like these, which are, I think, absolutely stunning. I hope the ring light's not showing in this, probably is. But you can see that these are Privé Revaux from Amazon, again, quite cheap, but they have the graded smoky effect here. So actually, I can still see out, even though it's not very light, not very sunny today, but it actually looks really jazzy and chic. So those are just some of my favorites that I just wanted to share with you. Now, as always, I'd love to hear from you and to hear about your own personal fashion mistakes and how you've solved them. Or if you haven't, if you include your fashion mistakes in our little community underneath, maybe we can help you out. So of course, all the links that I've mentioned and the items that you've seen me wear are linked in the video description underneath the video. Please do like and comment. As I said, I love to have you engaged in our community, and we're all a lovely community here and we support each other. And please don't forget to subscribe either, which is really good if you could, because it helps the video channel to keep going. And give it a thumbs up if you've liked this video. It's so lovely to have you aboard, ladies, and I hope that you have an amazing day, and I'll see you really, really soon. Lots of love. Bye.